Hey YouTube, afternoon coffee. Well, it's not really even afternoon coffee, it's afternoon cranberry. So grab your cup and let's chat for a little bit. It's been a little while since I put up one of these videos, and I just really hadn't felt the need for it. Life had gone in a different direction. If you've been watching the morning coffee video series, you know it went from a rant to me picking on people to me finding a couple of special people in my life that led me to Christ, and then I started finding a church and looking for a church, and then finding a church and then settling on the church. And my life has really taken off because of that. I found myself with a whole new sphere of influence, a whole new group of friends and activities to go along with it, and a lot of blessings from the Lord. And I just really hadn't had the time, but to be completely honest with you, I really hadn't had the motivation to do one of these videos. I've been doing things at my church. I've been experiencing doing things with my new friends and reading and studying the Word of God, and it's really been a benefit for me. It's been a blessing for my home, for my household, my wife, and my children, I hope. And but I just had a really cool day, and the Lord sort of wrapped it up together for me there toward the end of the day, about 10 minutes ago, and I just wanted to share that with you. So a rare day off during the week for me. Today's Friday, and it was a pretty nice day. Woke up, had a lot of things on my mind I wanted to get done. If you're a subscriber to YouTube, you know that I have several different channels. I have a HO model scale HO train model railroading site where I work on model trains and show you how to do this stuff. I also have an editing software, tips and trips and how-to playlist, and I have a rail fanning video series that seems to be the most popular, but we never know. You know, we'll see what happens. It's been a long time since I put one of these videos up. But just saying, today I was off, and I had a lot of things I wanted to get done. I had to call a couple of companies, had to call my bank and talk with them about some stuff, had to call PayPal and talk with them about stuff, called a friend of mine to get some advice on how to work on a little model train that I was having some difficulty getting the right resistor in line between the power and the incandescent bulb to keep it from popping. And so I was bouncing all over the place, and in between that, I want to tell you about one of the phone calls I made. Last week I found something on eBay I wanted. Surprise that. And really didn't have the money to get it right then, but I wanted to get it. So what I've done in the past is I would email the seller and say, hey man, would you allow me to commit to buy this and let me pay you a week from now when I get paid? Normally, and as this gentleman did, he said, sure, that's fine. So I went in to commit to purchase the item, and a strange thing happened. Normally, after I do that, you get an option to go ahead and pay now. And I didn't get that. It just immediately went ahead and paid. And I was like, wow, really? Well, this isn't going to work because I don't have the money. So I was going to have to pay an amount for the item, and then I was going to have to pay an overdraft fee to get that item to me because they were going to hit my checking account. So the next morning, I jumped up, called PayPal, and went, hey, how you doing? And they went, hey, how are you? And I love doing that. I love when some, just a little side note, when you call somebody on the phone, they go, ABC Electric, how may I help you? And I go, hey, how are you doing? You can always hear a pause like, fine. You know, is niceties gone that far out of our society? Oh, that's another conversation. Anyway, so I got the lady on the phone with PayPal. I said, hey, this is what happened. And to keep the video short, I'm not going to tell you everything all over again, but I told her, she says, hey, that's not a problem. We can cancel it for you here. She says, there'll be a couple items and things that you'll need to give us. And I said, well, let me ask you something. I said, you sound like this is pretty simple. Can I just call the seller the item and ask him to cancel it? She said, sure. She said, because what happens is it takes 2 or 3 days for us to draft your account for it, and by the time the purchase comes in and the cancellation comes in, they should X each other out. I went, hey, that's great, thanks, I'll do that. So I sent him a little email. I went, hey man, again, and he went and explained to him what happened. He said, sure, that's not a problem. He said, I'll cancel it. I said, great. So everything went fine. Got paid this week, yesterday. Called him back, said, hey man, I'm ready to buy that now. He said, cool, and he relisted it, and I purchased it. And that was yesterday. and this morning, I got an email from my bank saying this amount came in, and we gave you an overdraft fee for paying it. And I was like, really? They said they were going to cancel that. So, I need a sip of my cranberry. So I called them back, and I got a lady on the phone from PayPal. I said, hey, how you doing? And she's like, okay. And I explained to her what had happened, and she was like, well, there's absolutely nothing I can do for you. And I went, I'd like to speak with a supervisor, please. And this is another side note, okay? You know, remember the people that are on the other end of your telephone conversation? They've got parents, and they've got kids. They're people too, and a lot of times they're berated. Nobody ever calls customer service and goes, hey, y'all guys are doing a good job, keep it up. So remember, a little kindness will go a long way, because you might find yourself in a job like that one day and somebody calling up and just eating you out over something. So kindness goes a long way. The other side of it too was, when I called them, right before I called them, I just said a quick prayer, and I said, Lord, I said, come into this situation. Help me have the resolution that you would have me, the outcome that you would have me experience on this. And he did, and I was prepared then to just lose the $35. Well, it just happens, you know. Sometimes you're in and out. It's either a blessing or a lesson. That's what I've come to figure out. So, get a lady on the phone. She says, "There's no way I can help you." I ask for a supervisor. He comes on the line, and I had that written down here somewhere. Did I? Hold on. Did I keep it? Yes. I got a gentleman on the phone with PayPal, and I went through the whole entire thing with him again. And he says, well, he says, I can see where you got some bad information. The young lady should have told you that we would cancel it, but you also need to call your bank and cancel it too. And I said, well, I didn't get that. I said, how's this going to turn out for me? And he says, I tell you what, he says, let me prepare a courtesy credit report. That's what he called it, a courtesy credit report. And he says, and I will submit it, and we'll see what happens. I said, okay, that's fine. I appreciate it. There's nothing else I can really ask. So I thanked him. I had a good day, and I went on about my business. I don't know, maybe an hour later, I got a phone call, not a phone call, but an email. And in the email, it was from PayPal, and it says, congratulations, your courtesy credit request report has been approved. Depending on your bank, and I find this very interesting, depending on your bank, it'll show up. It's available immediately in your PayPal account, and if you choose to transfer it to your bank, it could be 3 to 4 days before your bank does it. I find it amazing that when they want money, they can take it out in hours, but when you want it back, it takes days. But anyway, my courtesy credit report was prepared. It was submitted. It was approved, and I got my money back. Awesome. That's a good thing. $35 is a tank of gas nowadays with the gas prices the way they are. So here we're going to wrap it all together and the purpose of this call. So I'm standing in the shower. Please do not create a visual there, okay? I'm standing in the shower, but some people sing in the shower. I pray in the shower. I recap my day. And I'm sitting here going through this thing, and I'm sitting here visualizing this guy sitting there. He's got the little report. He's got everything written down. He's got the notes of our conversation, and he submitted it to a supervisor above him, somebody that can approve it. And I envision him sitting there going, yes, we spoke with FASHA, and and I can see him going to the guy above him and saying, "Hey, I got a courtesy guy here. He wants some money back." And the guy looking at him, go, "What's his name?" Well, his name's Faja. Okay, is he a good guy? Well, yeah, he's a good guy. He does a lot of business on eBay, and he buys a lot of stuff, and he sells a lot of stuff. Well, what's he look like? How many stars does he got? Is he a good guy? He said, well, yeah, he's got great stars. He's got a good report on eBay. Everybody likes him. He's never had a complaint filed against him. And he goes, oh, so has he ever done this before? Has he ever done this before? No, he's never done this before. It's his first time. It's just one of these things. He's found himself in a jam, and he's asking for us to give him the credit back. And then the guy going, okay, well, give him his credit back. And I thought that was cool, because right there I said, isn't that what Jesus, our Lord, does for us with God the Father? He is between us. We're down here, like when we die, and then we go up, and Jesus is between us and the Father. And the Father's asking all these questions. He's checking in the book of life. Is he in the book of life? Is he not in the book of life? Is he a good guy? Has he ever done anything wrong? What's the worst thing he's ever done? And Jesus is sort of like there between us. He's saying, well, this is his report. This is his courtesy report. And these are all the things this is what he's asking. He's asking to get in heaven. And God the Father's looking down at Jesus and saying, well, what's he done wrong? Is he a bad guy? Has he got any stars? And Jesus is sitting there pointing out our things that we've done wrong, and he's letting him know the things that we did do right. And I can imagine, and by all means, I'm not comparing Jesus to a manager at PayPal, but I just thought it was funny how God gave me that similarity to help me see how it all works. How Jesus is the one between us. We're over here, and God's up here, and Jesus is right here, and he's going between us. He's doing, well, if I do it this way here, if I can do it like this, there you go. And he's there for us. And I thought it was a really cool analogy, and I wanted to share that with you. So remember, Jesus wants to be in your life. God, your Father, wants to be in your life. So when you find yourself in a situation and you don't know what to do, just call on him. Ask him, say, look, man, look, Jesus, come into this. Help me out, because I can't do it by myself. It's not working. I don't know what to do. I need your help. I'm tired of fighting it on my own. So there you go. Blessings and lessons, I guess you might say, of how things work out when you bring God into your life. And maybe it's something cool. It's always something cool, but I just thought it was really interesting the way he revealed that to me, how he sort of assumed this position of this guy and went to the higher ups, said, this is what we got, this is what he's done, this is what he wants to do. So I thought that was pretty cool, so I wanted to share that with you. So I'm back over here to my cranberry juice, and it's very tasty, and I'm going to jump off here before my lovely bride comes in. And we're going to go see if we can get a burger or something and enjoy our evening. So, as always, thanks for watching. And, yeah, again, you got some new hair there. Go back and look at my other videos. I ain't got no hair. It's getting a little gray. That ain't light shining on it, y'all. That's great. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope this video helps. I've gotten a lot of good feedback from some people that's watched it and said, hey, these were great. I enjoyed them. Thanks for making them. So maybe this will help you. Thanks for watching. Rate, comment, share. Y'all take care. See ya. Bye.